special edition is on South Africa, highlighting the tourism champions who burn the midnight oil with their passion for South Africa. South Africa is a kaleidoscope of unique, iconic, hidden gems intertwined with world-renowned top 10 attractions, namely the Kruger National Park, Table Mountain, Robben Island, Cape Winelands, the Drakensberg, Isimagaliso Wetlands Park, the Durban Golden Mile, Blade River Canyon, Vilakazi Street, which is home to 3 Nobel Peace Prize winners, namely Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, and Albert Luthuli. South Africa also is the foremost suppliers of gold and diamonds to the world. Or you can choose to sip wine at a famous wine farm, or consider the birthplace of world democracy and follow the footprints of legends like Mandela and Gandhi to victorious freedom. We offer a diversity of cultures, delectable cuisine like biltong, boerewors, malva pudding, chakalaka, braai and bunny chow. And our unique, captivating attractions are also on the menu. As a country, South Africa continues to inspire ourselves and the world with unique, new, better ways of overcoming challenges. Innovation inspires new ways to discover the roots of life, best describing the natural character, values and fabric of the people. Tourism is everyone's business in South Africa.
Our guest this morning is Fenil Doshi. Fenil is this young, vibrant, energetic young guy that lives in, I think, one of the best parts of South Africa, Mossel Bay area on the Garden Route. Indeed, a very, very beautiful part of our world. As a tourism champion, in the last 2 years, can you describe some of the highlights of being on your journey in tourism, and what was the footfalls like in your area? How vibrant was tourism in your area?
So I would say the highlights would be mainly May and December, because those would be the highest peak footfall that we would expect, in May being the Indian summer season, in which we would have upwards of 1,000 people just in May. And December being the South African summer, in which people just come to relax. And also, which would also see a footfall of, let's say, 500-ish plus. But the thing being, Mossel Bay and our location in December, it takes you an hour to reach us from 1 kilometer away due to how many people are just here all the time.
Well, very, very interesting. You missed May, you missed one of your main seasons. What was your survival plan for this time?
Yeah, so it was challenging because we missed an entire huge chunk of our business. I would say like half of our business for the year because of the lockdown. But it's not just us, it is with everyone. And the main thing now is survival. We have set up a new guidelines with government regulations. We are open for essential workers and business travelers. And the guideline is basically to create new packages, make it more attractive and lucrative for people to come and enjoy their stay here.
Okay, let's just talk about the present moment. What types of marketing plans are you looking at or focusing with to encourage people to start coming through to your area?
So one of the marketing ideas, one of the packages that we're currently focused on is sort of a 2-day weekend getaway, in which you come, you have all your meals catered for, room service, all regulations taken care of. We provide you with free complimentary couples massages in the spa. And the most important thing I feel is the open bar service.
And now with the ban on alcohol, how does it affect the people that are coming in with the...
Currently it's shut. Currently we're not allowed to do any alcohol selling or anything, even purchasing. So currently that package is shut, but that's mainly for when tourism reopens and people can actually book leisure travels, which currently isn't allowed.
Have you had uptake from people that are coming into the area, or is it more day visitors that are coming into your area currently?
So currently, because interprovincial travel is a bit iffy, the most amount of people we get is people who are coming to or from Cape Town or Port Elizabeth. They're traveling on the road and are just spending the night.
Is it mostly business travel or leisure?
Mostly business travel. No, leisure travel
Nice.
isn't currently allowed. Like technically, you can skirt around it, but technically, leisure travel bookings are still not allowed.
I think you guys are so well known for your hospitality and your scenic beauty around your area. So I'm sure once tourism opens up, people are going to be at your doorstep to enjoy whatever you're offering, especially with your package of unlimited alcohol for the weekend. So that's going to be one great attraction that's going to come in.
Yeah, it's catered for the people who want to get away and just relax. All your meals are taken care of. You have a spa, 1 hour couples therapy, and so it's just a relaxing thing.
Then you tell me, currently with your tourism or staff component that you have you laid off many staff, or what types of plans have you made to be with the staff?
So currently, what we've done is we've got into this thing called short hours. It's a technicality in the South African labor law, in which you can actually keep your staff for shorter hours instead of laying them off or retrenching them, so that the staff at least get some basic salary coming in, and they're not technically fired or laid off. But it's just on a trial basis currently because we don't know what the future is like. But we're hoping we can keep short hours extended long enough so that by the time business picks up, we don't actually need to lay off any staff.
That's quite remarkable, because so many other people involved in hospitality have laid off staff. If you're looking at the protest that happened in Cape Town last week, I mean, we have in the main metro area cities, there are lots of people in the tourism industry that are really grappling with no jobs, no finances. So you guys at the Point Hotel definitely have got your formula correct, because you all are managing the situation very well. That we must compliment you on it.
What we do is we just keep basically one person in the kitchen throughout the day and 3 people rotating on the reception. So at least a few staff, all the staff basically come into this now. There's no separate divisions or management. Everyone just does the same work now.
Then let's start looking into the future now. We are positive people. We are resilient. Tourism people are strange. We have a vision. We know what's coming at the end of the tunnel. That light is there at the end of the tunnel. What do you think? What kind of travelers are you expecting to start coming in post-COVID?
So I would say it's going to be the COVID-19. What it has done is it's emphasized on the people that you can't restrict yourself. The people who usually used to take a time to plan or think that they have work or whatever reasons. Now they are more open to traveling because they're like, you never know what can happen. The lockdown came immediately. People have randomly gotten the virus. Many people have lost their lives. So it's given a perspective to the people that life is short and unexpected, and you should take the risk. You should travel more. And I feel along with our marketing team, what I feel is we should focus mainly on the younger crowd, because they were most impacted by this. Because already millennials have this entire mentality of they want to be free, they want to live their life their way. And this has just cemented that yes, they should take this, they should travel, because there's no certainty.
Absolutely. I think your focus on the millennium market is excellent, because young people, memory span is very short. They have a drive for life, and they will be the first to recover and be ready to explore the area. Okay, what steps are you taking to encourage your group travel that normally comes through to the Point Hotel?
So at the Point Hotel, because we're not a huge hotel, we have only 49 rooms. What we do is we balance out group, MICE and FIT travel to make sure everyone is catered for and given the proper services. For groups, what we've done is we've offered them discounted rates for the spa. Certain companies that we have tie-ups with, we've offered them the same deal of unlimited alcohol at the same rates. Catering options, not just in the hotel, but for travel agents who are traveling so that their catering is handled by one company, so that that standard and hygiene is maintained, and of course a dramatic drop in rates, because that's the main thing with group travel. It's just the rates are dropped, it's fine.
Absolutely. That's going to be a big stimulus to draw people in because people's budgets have tightened up so much
Yes.
now. We need to be realistic about it. All right. Can you just describe your safety and security protocols so that your clients have peace of mind when they come to the Point Hotel?
So with an ever-changing daily regulations, currently it's at 23 pages long regulation list for hotels. Uh, yeah, so we are making sure everything is taken care of. We already have a designated COVID officer in house. Each and every person that enters the hotel has to have the temperature taken. Mask is compulsory in all public areas. We have a third-party sanitization crew coming. Every single checkout, the room is sanitized. Every public area, the place is sanitized on a weekly and daily basis. And the most important thing is making sure that everyone's footprint is measured. Like, where are they coming from? Where are they going? So we already have a digitized form for them to fill out every time they check in, virtually or in person.
Well, you can see you guys are very organized. And that
The thing is, you have to be on top of it to make sure that you're ahead of the curve.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is I think one of the main factors that will encourage people to consider coming through to the Point Hotel. Now, do you have any tips or guidelines for the industry and for your prospective partners at the moment?
I would say the main one would be, like you mentioned, multi-skilled and self-sufficiency. The thing about hospitality is we have to realize there is no job that's too small or too big for us to do. Even as a boss, as an owner, if I have to sweep the floors, we have to sweep the floors because that's the business. It's a service industry. And once you realize that, it just opens up a new perspective for you and your staff. Because if the staff see that when it's needed, even the boss is down to do housekeeping, to do invoicing, to mop the floors, then they're also willing to do whatever they need to make sure that, all the stuff is maintained. And self-sufficiency, because in the lockdown for 3 months, because me being stuck in the hotel itself, I can't go back home to India as well currently. We realized we can operate on a very basic staff because everyone's willing to put in more effort, put in more hours, and give that customer satisfaction that they deserve.
So you guys are very organized. I must compliment you on that. Totally. Now, in closing, Fenil, what is your message to industry partners, prospective clients, to all the agents that service the Point Hotel?
I would say one major thing that the lockdown has made everyone realize, and not just me, is that the world, it's a huge place, but it's also a very small industry and a very small society. Because of the internet, people's connectivity has increased so much. You learn so much more about other countries, their cultures and customs, and what so many people in the industry are doing in different parts of the world that you can incorporate and make the customer experience better. So the main thing is you can never stop learning. It sounds weird coming from a 24-year-old that you can never stop learning because I'm just out of college 2 years ago. But it is what I have realized is it never ends. It's the same with doctors, that you have to understand that you never stop learning new practices and techniques. In the hospitality industry, every day there's something new that you can give. There's something new you can provide to your customers, or some new service that you can give. Basically, what I have understood is that you can never stop learning, and that is what makes it better, because if you adapt, you improve. You can give better services to the client and enhance their experience, and you get feedback from that, which is positive always.
Well, thank you so much, Fenil, for sharing all these wisdom that you have for such a young age. And this is why I firmly believe that you guys are the future, because to see this kind of wonderful energy that's coming through from the youth and so optimistic, and that's what's needed at the moment.
Yeah.
This is Bunny Bhoola for the Dope News, thanking Fenil very much for sharing his time with us this morning, and we look forward to you subscribing and liking our future videos. Thank you so much. Bye.